Okay, so let's talk a bit about the course itself and the elements of it. So first of all, it's a live course. So it's facilitated by me, right? And it's a weekly live facilitated course. We usually do it through a video platform, be it like Zoom, where we discuss numerous topics. It's 12 to 13 weeks long. Another aspect about the course that's important to note is, and this is the question I get almost all the time, is who else is in the course? Tell me more about the people that take the course. And the reason why people ask that question, it's a good question, is, people want to know who they're going to be associated with. It says a lot about them. If I'm going to go do something, I want to know the quality of the people that are going to be there, because that's going to indicate to me whether or not I want to be either, associated with, or whether it gives me an indication if it's the kind of thing that I want to be a part of. And I'm very mindful of that. And so my courses are not large. We don't have, 100, 200 people per class. In my view, that's not the right model for me. What we're trying to do is make it a more intimate, high quality cohort of people whom are all at a very similar level of professional experience. So everybody that takes my course has to be, there's an application. The application process is predominantly determined to see if someone has the right level of executive experience where a CRO role would be appropriate for them as a next step. What's great about that is, the courses are small. They can be, between 15, 20 people. You're going to be in a cohort with people for a pretty good long period of time that all have very similar experience than you, but also have a varied and diverse set of types of jobs they've had or industries that they've been in, which means you're going to learn from each other and develop relationships with each other and work with each other. Because part of the way the course is designed is it's a collaborative discussion. It's not me sitting in front of a bunch of slides every week. It's actually, in fact, you're going to be receiving materials before each session so that we can discuss them as a team together. And that makes it much more interesting, because now you learn a lot when people talk about what's going on. And as also a result, every session is going to be different because it's all dependent upon the kind of questions and input that we get from the cohort. The kind of things that we discuss. So first thing is, we're going to define the role. We're going to provide a good history of the role, why it became this way, what happened, how did the role become kind of undefined or so loosely defined? What are the factors that chief revenue officers deal with every day in their business that affect their ability to succeed? What are the ways in which CROs need to deal with those factors so that they can succeed? What are the key relationships that CROs need to have? We do a competency assessment. We have a CRO competency assessment you take. It's sort of like a PhD developed test, which provides you with a score that you can develop a understanding of where your kind of deficiencies are, or areas of opportunity for you to develop your greater competencies. We talk about revenue operations, the importance of revenue operations. We talk about the importance of customer success. We go over a lot of detail around benchmarking for CROs, different from sales benchmarks, but more CRO benchmarks from some experts. We have 5 or 6 expert speakers that talk about a lot of topics related to the role. And then we also do a really cool thing, which I call the Revenue Dojo, which is a live case study. And we actually have companies from the outside, third-party companies who join the course. Usually it's the CEO of the company who presents their current situation, their current challenges, the kind of company and all the other stuff that's going on with them. And that company then becomes the client of the participants, whom then put together a revenue recommendation for that client, utilizing the course materials to give them facility with using them in a real world situation. So it's kind of a cool case study where, it's not fake. There's a real company who you solve a problem for. And that tends out to be a really interesting, the work that's produced out of those sessions is really exciting. You do get a certification of completion for the course. And there's also an official badge that you could use, in your, social media, your whatever it might be. And most importantly is, when you leave this course, you will have the most fundamental and deep understanding of the role that most people have. Matter of fact, you may have a better understanding of the role than people that have the role, because a lot of people that have the job right now don't have that job. They just have the title. So interestingly, you may actually end up becoming more valuable to someone than someone that has the job, because you will know more about it. You also have frameworks for knowing exactly how to start the job on day one, and a methodology and an approach to ensuring that you know how to build what I call CRO ready organizations, and how to unite and align revenue operations.